Hi, and welcome back to Chuck Testa's Tuesday Tips. Today, I'm going to cover predator eyes. I've covered deer eyes a million times, or basic, ruminant eyes, whatever you want to say. I noticed on TaxiNet a while back, or Taxi Tips and Techniques, guy had a question about setting coyote eyes. Basically, again, to be boring, it's all pretty similar. So, the eyes I like to use are Tohican 180s or 165s, depending on the species. I like convex, concave. As you know, I'm biased to Mike Fraser mannequins from Research Mannequins. Any nicely indexes where the eyelid definition is between the upper and lower lid. Even a little bit on a fox, and this beautiful mannequin is sculpted by his son right here, this Bobcat by Travis Fraser, and you can see the line in there. So let's go ahead and set these bear eye first, set up the same. I go ahead and I put a little bit, just like the deer or boar or whatever. I pack a little clay into the eye, back of the eye. Then I come in and press it in. Now I'm not going to get my flashlight and adjust all this right now. This is just a basic idea just to get you the point. And again, just like any other eye, I do 2 worms of clay, but not as fat as on a deer. And again, I go just like laying it on a deer. I go on the bottom and I stop right there, get that line on both sides. Then I come in and make a little bit fatter top eye again, just like on a deer. Laying this on the glass, not on the foam. And I come in and then I stop it at the line again. And what you want is a demarcation. Again, if you look on a skull or a fresh animal, you'll note that it's 2 different muscles. It's an upper muscle and a lower muscle. And in the center is a little cartilage-like material. I just happen to have a bear skull right here. Say if this was there. So this would be the upper muscle. Comes to there, see, and then the lower muscle comes to here, and then that's cartilage in between there. So that's the way it works. Same on I don't want to mess up I got a cat right here. Come to think of it, how about that? Well, you'd think I knew what I was doing. Again, see here? All this you can test for yourself. You don't have to take my word for it. I always recommend that you. And again, why do I not blend this to here and smooth it all and make it all pretty? Because the muscle attaches to the bone there. It's not blended into the skull, or it wouldn't work right. So that's why I do it that way. It keeps the lid separate. You can see the point there. Let's go and jump up and let's do this cat eye real quick. I don't even think I'll bother with the fox because, this is covering the whole thing nicely. If you start breaking it down and get a system that you're comfortable using, you'll get pretty good results, because pretty soon you won't even be thinking about it. You'll be doing it. And, but you'll be doing it correct. Bottom lid's a little heavy, but you can see the point, you know, you can bring it up and see it. In fact, we could break this off. I wish I'd known I'd have had this. You could put that ear right there. Boom. You know. You can refer back to my earbud tip. You know, it's always good to do stuff like this because it really shows you a lot, you know. In fact, let's just go ahead and pop this one off. Again, see how I mean, look how good he sculpted this. Because this is sculpted off a skeleton, off a skull. So man, I mean, it's just right there. So you could see his index point. You know, we'll go ahead and of course, if this was a bear, this would be way out here because see where the meat line is on here? This would be meat all the way out to here, and your ear would attach out here. But I'm not going to take the time to put all this clay in, but that's basically what he did, you know. And this is how, in science, how they figure out when they have a dinosaur skull or something, and they wonder, well, how do you know, how do they make it look like what it looks like, or how do they figure it out? And a lot of it is they can fill in where the meat lines are, and they know that at least was the meat to here, and it gives you an idea, you know, of where and how they looked and where the muscles attached. So basically, you know, that's pretty much it. It's pretty simple, and I go ahead and like lay my skin over that, and that gives you, and then you run your sculpting tool. When you lay your skin on, you make your little line, you got your upper lid defined nice. If you blend it, like I said, if you take and push the skin over there, now you've blended a muscle into the skull, and even though you can still probably cut a line, it just doesn't, you know, it's just not quite the same. So anyway, thanks for tuning in to Testa's Tuesday Tips. We'll see you next Tuesday.